Hi, Texas foodies. We are so excited today sitting with the father of French cuisine here in the Dallas, Texas area, Mr. Patrick Esquerre, the founder of La Madeleine. How are you doing today, Mr. Patrick?
Thank you very much. Okay, I'm doing very well. Whenever I can talk about La Madeleine, I'm doing extremely well.
Yes, isn't that so much fun?
Yes, yes, it is.
It is so
But
much
it's more than
fun.
fun because it's, everything at La Madeleine start from here, which is your heart, okay? When I came here, that was the reason I came here. I discovered something here that was absolutely fabulous. Here, you can do anything you want, okay? But it has to be something that you love to do, and if you and also to love the people we are going to do something with. This is what it is. Okay?
Wow. So we obviously know why you got into the hospitality industry is because of love in your heart. And is that one of the main decisions?
By the way,
of why?
it was an accident. Let's be honest. Okay. It was a cascade of accidents. The first accident was because I was in Paris and on marketing. Somebody called me from Oklahoma City and said, Patrick, I want you to organize rodeos in Europe. So I said, no, I don't think that's going to work. Then he was very persistent, and he said, I want you to build Billy Bob in Paris, in London, in Berlin, and so on. I said, no, thank you very much, not going to work. And then he said, Patrick, find an idea between France and the Midwest. So then we decided two things, going to be a bakery, a French bakery, and second thing, going to be in Dallas, because Dallas was more appropriate, to start this thing. And then I fell in love with Dallas. Okay, I want to be in love with you. And by the way, another accident came. I met a gentleman there, and he was a wonderful gentleman. And then I discovered later on it was Stanley Marcus. Wow. And Stanley Marcus adopted me as his kid. He was my grandfather here, or he was somebody who really helped me so much. So that was the second accident. And the third accident was I discovered there was nothing for women. So then I said, why not do something for women? So this is what I decided to do. And on top of this, I made a decision which was, I think, the best I've ever made in my life. I said, no architect, no designer, no whatever. My women is going to, in fact, tell me what they want. Women are always right, okay? First name, always. Last name, right, okay? They never miss that, okay? You know exactly what you want. You know exactly what you don't like. So then I was there, and I did what I'm pretty good at, listening to them, adapting to them, and surprising them, trying to do something better than what they had in mind. And this is how La Madeleine was built.
It sounds like Mr. Stanley Marcus was a big mentor of yours. Do you have any other mentors?
Some mentors. The other one was, one that I loved very, very much was Julia Child. Since I had the opportunity to be on PBS all the time to talk about La Madeleine and raise money for them, then I had the opportunity to meet with her several times, many times, for birthdays, so then she was so good at communicating, this love, the love for food, the love for people. She was fun. She was a fabulous, wonderful lady, that is so human and so true. So that's what, it was another one, okay? And then the last one was Herb Kelleher, because Herb Kelleher was close to his people, close to everybody, and he was fun. And I think in business, you have to create the fun. If you don't create the fun, there's nothing behind it, okay? This is what I think was great.
So I have to say, I've been in the restaurant business for about 15, 20 years now in the Dallas area. You are the godfather of the hospitality industry in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And it sounds like the people that you have surrounded yourself with are also the movers and shakers of Dallas, which I believe, now that I'm sitting back here following in a way your footsteps, I can see where you have shaped the restaurant industry of making sure that we're feeding people out of love, making sure that we're having so much fun doing so. And in reality, you are building the Dallas community to have so much love around food. And we are probably, let's say, 50 years in, and we have come so far away of just serving, Texas barbecue. We have come so far away from just serving the basic sandwiches and hamburgers, because you have put so much French into Dallas.
Okay, so thank you so very much for saying this. My job okay, if I can call it my job, it's more a mission than a job. My job was, in fact, to create a family. And the La Madeleine family, with the people that we hired, at the beginning we didn't know how to do it, but step by step we were pretty good at that. And the second thing was to create this a family with our guests. So it's a people world. My main mission is what? It's like every leader, every entrepreneur, anywhere, is to make people happy. Okay, this is what it is. So make, the first one I need to make happy is the people I'm working at La Madeleine, who are there doing the thing every day, because without them, it wouldn't work, okay? And the second thing is to involve, all our guests into this family. So this becomes the La Madeleine family, which, by the way, is doing so well, okay?
Yes, tears are coming to my eyes just hearing pretty much, I feel like your heart is talking, because you have infused so much love into your food. Don't you believe that food feeds the soul and the heart of every family? And then you talk all the way to the women.
Okay, it's like everything in life. If you love something, you're going to achieve great things. If you don't love something, it's going to be a job, it's going to be something like you do like everybody else.
What kind of advice would you give somebody who is going into the restaurant industry?
You need to think people. People, people, people. Then everything else will come later on. So the first question is, what would people love? Okay? And then you need to ask them, you need to listen to them, you need to adapt to them, and you need to surprise them. When you know what they love and don't love, like and don't like, so then it's easy, just to come with solutions, with offers, with the food that they will love. Okay? And be true, this is the second point, be true to what you do. Not just don't try to fake anything and so on. So we need to be true to everything and true to the people that we are working with the family. It's a family. We never say something which is not with love and with affections and with a positive attitude, to anybody in the family.
Do you see, where do you see the restaurant industry going in the next 5-10 years here?
The question is, it's a merry-go-round that it comes and go, but some of them, they stay for a long time. If you look at some of them, Houston, for example, now they call it Hillstone,
Yes.
Okay, whatever, but it doesn't matter. It's the same thing. They are good, they are solid, they are wonderful, they listen to their guests, they offer something which is always of top quality or top everything. It's not easy because you have to refresh, but at the same time to keep the tradition, to keep the truth, to keep the real authenticity of who you are.
Do you have anything new and exciting coming up to share with us?
Of course, La Madeleine is always working on new items, new ideas, and so on, which is wonderful because we continue to listen, adapt, and surprise.
I also have found out that you have a book out. Is there anything you would like to share about your book?
Okay, yes, this book is about, in fact, the story of La Madeleine as an example of what I believe is a strong principles in our life, which is to listen, to adapt, and to surprise. Okay, it's if you don't listen, we cannot know what our guests, our people, enjoy, don't enjoy, and so on. So that's the first thing. The second thing is the more you listen, the more you are able to adapt. Okay, and it's very difficult to make people adapt to you. It's much easier for yourself to adapt to them. Okay. And then after that, it's so easy to find ideas, to surprise them and to make them happy and to go beyond what they love, what they expect from you.
And I know your book is probably one part of the legacy that you want to leave behind. If you had to think back, what would be that one thing that you want people to remember you by or La Madeleine by?
It's very simple. If this world is run by love, everything will work so well.
I totally agree.
That's it, period.
Mr. Patrick is surrounding himself by the movers and shakers of Dallas. And if you want to feel that love and you want to be fed, you need to go to a La Madeleine. He has over 90 locations in the Dallas Metroplex. Thank you so much for joining us today. It has been a pleasure to share with you the love story of La Madeleine and Mr. Patrick Esquerre. For more information, please go to lamadeleine.com and across all social media to be fed more. Thank you.